you doing? I'm doing not so good. I played football yesterday. It feels like I broke my leg, or my ass at least. I fell. So today I'm doing this video again. It's in the morning. Let's see. I've added some more things here to the little thing. Added a car here. 2 cars. There's a car, and also added a little house here by the lake. That's the crazy guy who lit everything on fire. But now he's not lighting everything on fire. Now he's sitting by a little fire by his house. So I improved that. So that's why he has a little fire thing in the hand, because he's just sitting by the nighttime fire now. And here are the flash cars. First I wrote I gave them jobs here, but their jobs was only taxi jobs, so I was thinking not so fair if he just sits there and they just have taxi jobs. Though it is a little different situations just for that one. I don't know. I was thinking the other day also these because he has no, not him. This one made a house over here too. Those are trees. Made a little depth. Made a little house over here too. Over here. The camera won't focus. It's too close for it. But that's a little field here. Made. I was thinking, because it's like a little farm over here. Very big though, but so I thought he will move there maybe. And was thinking that here they could grow crops and stuff. So maybe they could grow like marijuana crops here, and then maybe these guys, because I think they're already pretty good at selling marijuana crops. So they could maybe they could this guy and those could make like he can live out there, because I don't think they want to live there. So he can live where, who knows, well, I might actually be wrong. Maybe they also want, we can make many of those. But so then they can open up shops and just sell it legally, and then they don't have to be out here. They can be in here with shops, and he can because he's more of a lonely wolf maybe. Nah, I don't know if he is, but so they can grow little marijuana, and maybe they can have a lab over here. Let's make here we make a little lab also. Now I made a lab there. They're usually like that. It's a lab. They can make ecstasy and LSD and heroin over here in the lab. And then they can just sell it legally here, and we just get rid of all of this shit here that's going on. So that's the new thought here. They can grow marijuana over there, and they can sell it legally in this thing, and fixes everything. I start coloring this. It's not done yet. But I'm working on coloring these. Can do a little more on this one now. Oh, the pencil stopped working just when I tried. Oh, I went to the police station today. Not this place. Police station over here. Not today, yesterday. Because I filed a complaint against these guys. I saw the police. I needed to go to the police station and have a little cross hearing with the police about it. And so now it's gonna take maybe 1 year more before police decides if this place is doing it the right thing or not. Meanwhile, I still don't have any money, so but I got some money now. So I just ate some apple pie that I made from the apples that I picked over here. I didn't want to throw them away, so I made an apple pie out of it. So it's 6:30 in the morning, and I just ate apple pie. Woke up and I had some apple pie. I usually do that in the night. I wake up and I can't sleep. And I just eat some apple pie, and I go back to sleep. I think it's the insulin spikes that makes it so I just get really tired and I just back into sleep. Have strange dreams when that happens. Usually really scary dreams, but I kind of like them also. I think it's quite fun with scary dreams. And what else? So yeah, police thing. They need to decide in the police station now. Is there something going on or not? I feel kind of like the Joker in the movie, the latest movie with the Joker, where he's just all pathetic, and everybody just like you can clearly see that he is just until of course he goes bananas also. But so they're gonna decide today if or not today. That can take years before they decide. We'll probably just say no, that's all okay there, because these people say that I'm crazy, that they wrote so in their logs on their website thing. In the logs they wrote he's crazy, so we're not gonna give him any money because he's crazy. Apparently I am diagnosed now. They diagnosed me here. These people said I'm schizophrenic, so I don't get the money because I'm crazy. And so this I filed a complaint here in the police station, and now they're just takes a long time. I feel it sounds sort of like the police. They also pretend like they can pretend a little bit, Oh, is that a crime? I don't know if is it a crime. It feels sort of like you're getting flushed in your head in the toilet, or punched in the face, and then the police are like, "Oh, now we have to assess if this is a crime or not." Meanwhile, they're just flushing your head in the toilet. And the police are like, "Oh, we don't know, is it a crime, or we have to assess the situation a little bit more. Is it a crime, these guys?" And wink wink, and they just flush it a little bit more in the head in the toilet, and we don't know, is it a crime? Can't hear you. So that's where I'm right now. So I'll probably have to go and sit here for a little while they assess is it a crime or not. Don't know. Is it a crime? Is it go over here and sit maybe? Then we can make up our minds. We can sit here a little while and we can make up our minds for some time. If you sit here long enough, then maybe in 10 years we can say, yes, it was a crime, we are so sorry. Or maybe they won't say that now. Now they'll be like, it was not a crime. But if I would have gone here and sat for some 10 years, then maybe after 10 years they could say, it was a crime, we're so sorry. Because it wasn't relevant for your application that they consider you to be crazy. That it's relevant somehow for my application for food and rent, that these guys have now, that they say that he's crazy, so he can't get food or rent money because he's crazy. So I have to probably go sit here sometimes, and maybe I won't be making videos for some long period time. YouTube, sorry, because I need to go sit here for some time, so I'm not gonna be able to post and upload. I'm sorry, I know, for all you. I'm gonna have to do that, sit there for a while, and then after 10 years, I'm just making up a storyline here. It's after 10 years, and then they can give me like some money. We're sorry, it wasn't right. We saw that now. Officially want to tell you that we were sorry, and then I'll be like, oh yes, thank you, I accept your apology, but in deep inside I'll just be like, yeah, I'll just say that because they can give me a little bit money, but it's not gonna be enough money either. It's gonna be like maybe 1 month of rent and food money, and then I'll be back there sometime. So that's the situation now. I'll just make this green. So yeah, that's the situation. But now it looks like the trees, so I don't like that. So we make it green and red. Now I ruined that. Black. It became black. So I think that this world is kind of done now. I'm not too keen on doing it anymore. There's not much that I can improve here. What else can I say about the police thing? Not much. I'm applying for jobs and stuff all the time, but I don't get the jobs. I had jobs, but they denied my applications when I had the jobs. So I went to the jobs, but I was a little bit crazy, yes, because I didn't have food. Have you ever not eaten for some time? Have you ever lost 15 kilos because you didn't have food? Well, I have. It was kind of funny. I went to the. We can just say that this now is I went to the psychiatry, vuxenpsykiatri. These looks like those buildings. So this is the police station. These are the vuxenpsykiatri. The psychiatry ward. I went to those people some time back. I spoke to them because they told me to do so. So I said, I think that mental health is a good thing. It's if we make one more building here, that's here. That's the hospital here. I think that it makes sense that mental health psychiatry thing should be like a hospital. It shouldn't be, because when you break your leg, nobody is like, oh, I don't want to go to the hospital. Maybe many people don't want to go to the hospital, but it's not because there's a stigma around going to the hospital. Like, oh no, if I go to the hospital now, everyone will think that I'm a weak, sick, weird person because I went there and because I broke my leg. Well, mainly people go to the hospital. Some don't because they don't like hospitals, but this place many don't want to go to, because if you go here, then they can say stuff like, oh, but we have it logged here that this person has gone to this place. They are a little bit weird in the head. With this hospital, with the normal health hospital, nobody thinks, oh, this person here, has weird bones, he's weak. Most people go here if they can afford it. But here everyone can afford because it's almost free. But nobody want to go here because then you get labeled crazy in all of these institutions, and so I have become labeled crazy now. Of course, that's not why they deny my applications on the official version. That's just because I'm being problematic. But they still write here that I'm crazy, schizophrenic. So, but it has nothing to do with my application for the food and rent. Of course, they just write in the logs here because it's fun. Because it's not fun for me that they write it, because it's not true. But they can just write it because it's fun to. If you can write something in your logs here, why not do it? In other times they would have, and this is like so true. In other times they would have written, he's gay. Just because it was fun. He's gay. And then I would be like, it's not relevant for my application. Please, can you tell them to stop? Could you tell them to not? Because why are they writing that I'm gay? I'm not gay, but why are they writing it in the according, like, how is it relevant to my applications for food and rent? We don't know, we need to make up our minds here, can take some times. You guys continue the flushing of the head in the toilet, meanwhile we pretend to make up our minds if it's legal or not. And that's if a person is punching you in the face, you go to the police. Sort of in the police, it's in their job description to stop that. But with some crime in this era, they can just pretend still that, oh, is it a crime? We don't know. We need to make up our minds. It can take some time for the evolution to reach to get in time when we consider that illegal. So if it was today and they wrote that I was gay, then that wouldn't have been allowed today. But some 20 years ago, they could write that I was gay. In these times now, if they were to write that I'm gay, it wouldn't be allowed. But that I say if they did write he's gay, they cannot write today that I'm gay. But if they would still do it, but they can't. Then and I said, but they are writing that I'm gay and it's not relevant from a relevant application. Then they could say, are you implying that there's something that it's not okay to be gay? And then I would say, no, that's not what I mean. And they would say, but you know that it's okay to be gay, right? And I would say, yeah, I don't care. And they would say, but why are you taking it up then if you think that that's okay? And then I again would have been some problem, because now I had painted myself into a corner over here somehow. But so they are just having a party over here. They're just having fun house, like high school. He crazy, blah blah blah. Because they just write that in the logs because it's fun. Because I get upset. So because I stopped taking their calls, I didn't want to talk to them anymore because every time they called, it would just ruin my day. And then they were like, he thinks he's so special. He don't take the calls anymore. But we wanna talk to him and be taking up his energy. I was trying to work. That's why I didn't want to speak to these people, because I just wanted to go to my job. Don't want to speak to you. When I go to the job, get my. But they were like, no, but you don't get the money that easy. You need to work for that money. And I was like, no, I want to work in this place. I don't want to work in this place. But that's what everyone else does. Why do you think you're so special to just come around here, this place, and think that you're just gonna skip the line here of having to work? Because here is also a line. These people just queue on the middle of the street here. But here is also a line, because so here is actually, this is the longest line of all the lines in this place. This line goes all the way here. Let's see. There. This is a big people line. Because the bigger the people, the bigger the population. So this is a long line here. So long that it goes out of the. Yes, it essentially just. So here is a long line into this place also. Because first people need to line up to this place, and when they have lined up for that place sometime, then they can start lining up to this place. And so I came here and I got an apartment in here, and so I got jobs, 2 jobs, 3 jobs even. I got 3 jobs. I had planned it out so nice. I got a job abroad in a little place next to this place. So I thought like, yeah, I'll have a job abroad, and then I have a job here, and I have another job here. 3 jobs and they will be fun to work. I will go to all these jobs and get income. And so I just went here and said, I need money quickly because I have 3 jobs, so I don't want to work here. I want to go inside here. And then they were like, what? You think that's so easy? It's not. So I had to work here and work here in the same time, because it's gonna be so easy. And then I lost all the jobs, and now I'm back here, but they don't give the applications. They just write stuff like, he's crazy in the logs. Jens' father told us he's gay. And then I told them, but they can't write stuff like that. They didn't write that I'm gay, but that I'm crazy. But he's they didn't say that you are crazy. It was your dad said that you're crazy. And then I said, yes, but they're writing it. Like, they can't just write whatever just because someone else say that. And then I also said, that because it's kind of like taking away my autonomy, because I haven't been diagnosed as crazy. So it's not factual, but now they need to make up their mind as if that, because it's like juridically or in a law sense, what they just did here when they wrote that in their logs, because the only person in reality who can assess that is a person from here, and they haven't. And so what they kind of did now when they wrote that in that log is that they took away my autonomy as a civilian in this place called society. That's really nice for the society thing, to take away people's autonomy. So they wrote that I'm crazy, and in a sense then they took away my autonomy. Look, there are my crocs. They took away my autonomy in this place, and then I mean, kind of like the only people who can take away my autonomy will be in a court of law, because what they did when they now it's like my father is my in Swedish there is a thing called god man, which is a term for people who can't take care of themselves. They need a good man, like a good man who takes care of their economic situation and stuff like that. And as far as I'm concerned, that can only be ruled out in a court of sort of a court of law that rules out that this person is not they can't take care of themselves. They don't have the mental capacity or something to take care of themselves. But so they skipped that line. Because I tried to skip this line, I guess they were like, you tried to skip this line, we skip other lines too. You're cheating. You should line up for this place first. You can't just line up to this place. That's not fair to these people if you just get jobs and go in here instantly. And to a fucking idiot, that makes sense now, because now this seems to make sense, but it don't make sense, because I wanted to work, and I have ambition and stuff, so I wanted to go straight in here. So that makes me crazy. But so where was I? Yeah, so they took away my autonomy now, and these people are figuring out, is that right or not? We don't know. But because when they write stuff like that, I'm crazy, and then they deny my applications. In reality, they should, if they write that I'm crazy, if that's going to have any relevance to my application for food and rent, then it should be like, I think at least. Correct me if you don't think so. But if that's going to be relevant for my application, then it should be relevant in the only sense that they write, he's crazy, let's give him the money then, because obviously he needs help. But that's not what they did. They just wrote it because it was fun to write, and demeaning to write that I'm a schizophrenic. On no other, because it's not true, when I'm not diagnosed with schizophrenia. On no other grounds than that another person said so. And so then that person, but then they're like, but that person is your father. And then I'm like, yes, but that I'm over 18. It doesn't matter if my father tells you that on hearsay that I'm crazy. But it's a father. Yes, but it's not my good man. It's I'm over 18. I'm a own person. Yeah, and then that's where I, because I need to be my own lawyer now, also, because I can't afford hiring a lawyer. So then I'll be like, yeah, but if in order for my father to be considered my autonomous person in this little society here, then I think that should have been ruled out in a court of a law first, Like you can't just rule out that. Now we're skipping many lines here. But so that's kind of like they now pretend like we need to make up our minds. It's kind of like if someone flushed your head in the toilet in high school, and then they said, oh, we need to think about this now for a little while. Is it allowed or not? Or someone on the street punched you in the face and the police happened to be there and you said, hey, look, they punched me in the face. I even have a video of it. And then the police look at the video and then they just say like, oh, now we need to take this video into evidence and we have to. And then they punch you even some more. Because I still don't get the money, so because I need to queue up here first and then I can queue up here. Yeah, this is actually a very good illustration. Here's a long line to this place, and when you've gone through this line to this place, then you can start lining up to this place to get in here. But here is the guy who says that you can either get in or you can go and sit there. And so since I tried to skip this line by getting jobs and just wanted the money here so I could go to those jobs and get one salary of those jobs, then I wouldn't need this money anymore. I just needed a one or two so I could get a good salary from the job. But that didn't work. So that's another thing also about this whole place. I think it's kind of fun, that we have. It's such a modern place. This place is so modern, but because we have these speed trains that they just go. Here's a train thing. Speed trains and stuff, they just fly through the sky. Speed trains, but we can't have a modern society where people get their salary the same day that they work. That needs to take 30 days before people get the salary because they need to tax it and stuff. And so that's also very hard with the lines here. When it takes so long to get the salary, imagine if you would just get your salary the same day. That would have helped me very much when I was trying to skip this line and get into this line immediately, or actually just get in here. So I was just trying to hack my way in here in a sense, and they didn't like that, I guess. They didn't like my attitude. And so then rather than just allowing the person with the ambitious attitude to just go in here. Now it's not that you're an ambition, you're whatever. So now I just gonna symbolically go here, I guess, because I don't have any choice. So that's more or less everything going on here. Oh, this is a little update. If it sounds like crazy rambling, it's because I am slightly losing my mind over this place because it's ridiculous. This whole place is ridiculous. But this is the correct assessment actually of this place. First, if you come here, and then first you have to line up to this social security thing and be here for a while, and then you can start lining up for the real jobs things, and then here they can. And so I tried to get past this queue, almost got past it, but they were like, no, you're not. Put a little leash on me here, dragged me back like a dog here, and then so I lost the jobs. I have one job left, which I'm gonna go to today. Actually, I'm gonna go to that job today. So that's cool. That job gives me about 50 euros a month. I get them after 30 days also. Can't get them the same day. And then someone is, well, how was that going to work? Kind of like when you swish your friend, that's kind of how it could work. You know, it takes 105 seconds for that to happen. How? So, this is bullshit, all of this. You're bullshit. No, I'm not bullshit. I am not bullshit. Tried to get into work. That's what I wanted. Self-sufficiency. Self-sufficiency, free me. That's what I wanted. But so now I'm ruled out crazy. Lost my autonomy because another person is allowed to update my logs in this place. And they just decided that, but it was supposed to be decided first here. But now so this place is just a big mess. Kind of like I messed up the whole paper here now. Can just actually, nah, it's still a nice painting. But so I think it's the apple cake that makes me apple cake in the morning. There's nothing like apple cake in the smell of apple cake in the morning. So 36 minutes longer than all my other videos. I'm gonna stop here now. This video wasn't as entertaining and I don't care. Have a good nice life. I just felt like making something. Because it's lonely here. You choose that loneliness, just like these people. No, we don't. Bye.